We interrupt your originally scheduled programming with this ABC 10 News special report.
And good morning to you. I'm Jim Patton. We are continuing to keep you updated with the latest on the Creek Fire burning in Fallbrook. According to the latest from Camp Pendleton, the fire has burned 3,000 acres, is currently 0% contained. Let's get to ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell, who's live at the scene with the latest on the effort to get this fire under control. Marie?
Well, Jim, here in Fallbrook, you can see there is still a lot of smoke. You can actually see they're getting ready to do a water drop right now. When that smoke clears, you then can see some flames, but definitely a different scene from what we saw overnight as crews battled this creek fire. The creek fire started as a vegetation fire near Duluth Road and Harris Trail, and then made its way onto Camp Pendleton. Fire officials say the fire was already burned more than 3,000 acres. There are a number of resources working to put out this fire from different agencies. As soon as the sun came up, the air resources were up in the air, and they've been doing water drops for the last few hours, really trying to contain this fire. The big issue, firefighters say, is keeping an eye on the wind, as it could change the direction of this fire quickly. But again, according to Camp Pendleton, they are reporting that this fire is 0% contained, and at this point there are no reports of any injuries or damage to property. Live from Fallbrook, Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Marie, thank you so much. And we always talk about the winds when we're talking about fires. So let's get right out to Megan Perry. And Megan, what's the story with the winds?
So let's start with the good news, and that is that the worst of the winds are behind us. We're still in that red flag warning for about another hour until noon. Let's show you what's going on at the Creek Fire, though, as we zoom in to see the current conditions. We've been seeing wind gusts occasionally over 20 miles per hour, but for the most part, they're less than that now. Still very dry, though, single-digit humidity levels where that fire is burning and across much of the county. So you can see those wind gusts still exceeding 30 miles per hour in Alpine, but lesser than the 60-plus mile per hour winds we had overnight. Tierra del Sol still gusting over 20, Julian as well. Winds will continue to ease as we head into this afternoon. Just a quick look at that red flag warning that does continue until noon today. And up in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we actually have a storm system passing by, but most of that rain will evaporate before it reaches the surface. A few areas have reported a few sprinkles, though, and we could see a few more sprinkles, maybe some drizzle this afternoon. Jim?
Megan, thank you very much. And we continue our team coverage with ABC 10 News reporter Jared Aarons, who is live at home and covering the evacuation orders. And Jared, deputies are going door to door this morning telling people to get out.
They were, Jim. The worry is that if the wind shifts at all, it could blow the fire right into the homes in Fallbrook along the western part of the city. Now, we want to give you a really exact look at where the evacuation notices are, and so you can see what those evacuation orders are. This is a live look from an alert wildfire from SDG&E's cameras that shows you the scope of the fire, all the smoke going across. On 10news.com, we have an interactive map of the wildfire evacuation zones. There's one that is from Fallbrook Street on the north down past the airport in Fallbrook with South Mission Road as the eastern boundary. Another one that is smaller on the northwest corner of town along Duluth Road. Parts of Camp Pendleton are also under evacuation orders, and there are evacuation warnings in place for other parts of the area. Now, evacuation centers are at Fallbrook High School and also Page Fieldhouse if you're on Pendleton. And remember, you don't have to wait to evacuate. If you feel unsafe, you can just go. Reporting live, Jared Aarons, ABC 10 News.
Jared, thank you so much. And of course, we will stay on top of this creek fire all day. We're sending out real-time alerts on the evacuations, acreage, and wind conditions through our 10 News mobile app. It is free on Google Play and in the App Store. Be safe, everybody.